A very good evening. Welcome you all once again to Essay Perspectives. This is Vinay Kumar GB. Thank you very much for showing lots of curiosity, enthusiasm, and participating in essay discussion on our website. Most of you are already writing essays and reviewing each other's essays, and we are able to see so much improvement. And you yourself is able to see improvement. That's a great progress. Keep continuing your essay writing practice. Don't stop it. Today's topic is education is a progressive discovery of our own ignorance. And education is a very dear topic to UPSC. Frequently, essay on the topic of education are asked at least alternative year or so frequently. Uh, Go through last 20 years essay topics. You will see so many topics on education. So preparing a holistic essay, holistic notes on education with respect to essay is very important. And this particular topic, today's topic, gives you a whole new dimension to the education. So it helps you think from different perspectives in addition to the very literal meaning that is there in the topic. So that is what we are going to discuss. What are the different perspectives that you can bring into your essay? And if you are watching it for the first time, let me just briefly summarize what is perspective. In this video series, what we are trying to do is that help you include different dimensions related to the topic. An evaluator is always impressed with your ability to bring multi dimensions to the topic without deviating from it. And the dimensions are nothing but perspectives. Essay is an original piece by you, and when you are including so many perspectives with argument, counter argument, and validation through examples, that helps evaluator understand that you are uh, a student who is curious, who is analytical, who is imaginative, and these are the characters that one wants to see in an administrator. So that is the whole idea behind starting this initiative. And I challenge in a very humble manner that if you are watching this series regularly and have seen improvement in your essay, so show that essay to anyone else, and they will be really impressed with the essay you have written. And you might, if you have enrolled in any essay test series, you will see that your essay will definitely get very good marks. So it's not a challenge or anything, but it's in a way reiteration of what is being done through this video series. So friends, let us start the discussion. If you are noticing, I am trying to increase my pace. That is my education. I am trying to overcome my own ignorance of being too slow, and let us see how it works. The topic basically is a view about education itself. So according to the philosopher, or according to the author, education is a progressive discovery of our own ignorance. So this is the definition of education according to Will Durant. And now your task is to either defend this statement or counter this statement. Either way, you can go in the entire essay. But this essay makes sense, the statement makes sense. So mostly we'll have to defend the topic. While defending, you will have to identify different dimensions, perspectives, which will go on strengthen your argument, and at the same time provide new insights or new ideas as a food for thought for the reader as well. So that should be evident throughout the essay. So let us continue in the defense of the topic. So topic basically means education is a progressive, that is continuous discovery, not invention, discovery of our own ignorance. So of our own ignorance means we are, as a society or as a nation or as entire humanity, are ignorant of so many things, and it may be about ignorant of past or ignorant of future. And within past, it is related to tradition, culture, and our values. our ideals, our rich heritage, and also about the contribution made by people, and also about how the habitat was, how the environment was. And it's not just about humanity, it's also about humanity and its relationship with the nature. So that is one aspect. And so the education is discovering that ignorant part about our past, once past. And within past, as I mentioned, there are so many dimensions. And with respect to future, it's about future is unknown, and we try to come up with hypotheses, we try to come up with the theories, we try to make future more certain for everyone. And we want to improve the quality of life, we want to see progress. And that is where we are creating technology, we are creating new ideologies, new tools to make future more certain. But in that pursuit of making future more certain, because we are ignorant about what is coming next, we are actually making it more bleak. The future, we are making it more bleak, as we see the pandemic is result of our mindless pursuit of consumerism. And we will be seeing so many challenges similar to that. But in this essay, you will have to devote more time with respect to the past related aspects of ignorance. Why education, according to Will Durant, is in the next slide. I am going to discuss that. You will have to understand the topic, okay? Like, from the author's perspective first, and then you have to go on giving your perspective. You shouldn't start directly with your own implied meaning in these kind of essays, because if somebody who is evaluating has definite knowledge about from where this particular statement is coming, they will see that you are writing an essay, something, you are making up entire thing without understanding the context of the essay. So that is where the context is important, which you must talk about in the introduction. So the context here is that when he talks about education is a progressive discovery of ignorance, it is with the aim of making human life more meaningful. And according to him, the education is nothing but transmitting or enriching a moral, mental, technical, and aesthetic tradition or heritage that we as humans carry forward or borrow from the past, in order to make everyone's life more meaningful, or in a way to enrich one's life, so that one can live with happiness, one can live with uh, one can lead a meaningful life. So something related to a philosophical angle. But here the ultimate aim of education is not employment, not enriching one's knowledge, not to become a working encyclopedia, or not to become a leader or anything, but to enrich oneself, from the whatever one has, that rich tradition, getting the best practices. So that means we should also know what we are ignorant about in the past as well. So when somebody is acquiring education, so it is a whole criticism of the education system that we have inherited, which is centered around rote learning, which is centered around creating more employment, and which is centered around creating more tools so that we make life easier for everyone. So the other dimensions, such as happiness, peace, and progress, are missing from the education paradigm that we have at present. Keeping that in mind, you will have to progress. Just because there is word discovery, you shouldn't talk about all the technological aspect, how education should uh, you know help us overcome ignorance of something related to space, universe, and discover more and more things. It's not like that, discover or invent more and more things. So it's about for example, knowing that we were ignorant of implications of sati system, we were ignorant of the child marriage, we were ignorant of the feudal system. We were ignorant of modern like slavery, modern slavery. We were ignorant of discrimination. We were ignorant of caste system and its ill effects. We were ignorant of snatching one's freedom. We were ignorant of perpetuating poverty for certain section of people. And education is that progressive discovery of these ignorances, that what we have been practicing or applying or preaching with so much ignorance should be overcome, and then should lead to a better life for everyone. So you should actually start with these themes in your mind. So don't make it more technical, more factual, keeping in mind the various discoveries or invention that humans have made. So it should be about the uh, ills or the afflictions that are part of humanity that must be overcome. It's about discrimination, poverty. It's about and freedom. It's about rights. It's about how we have armed our environment and how we have fought so many wars out of ignorance, and how we have inherited so many ill practices even today that we blindly practice, and how we have inherited the superstitions. So all these things, how education should guide us to overcome these ignorances through discovery of these ignorances. To overcome these ignorance, discovery of these ignorance is important. So your essay should be in this direction. After introduction, where you write about context, you make meaning clear, then talk about the education. What according to you is education, your view, and according to the court, what is the court's view, which I explained in the previous slide. So talk about it, and especially your view is important. It is kind of extrapolation of the author's view, and you will have to add your own dimensions to the education. You may have to talk. So that is what the perspective that you are going to add in the essay. For example, you can say that your view is that education is not what Macaulay prescribed, or what the American system, or what modern curriculum talks about. It's about much more than acquiring employment, much more than social status, or much more than an issue of prestige, or cracking competitive exam. It's beyond something that you can present your view. It's something about acquisition of knowledge to solve real world problems, or enhancing one's experience to to lead a life of fulfillment or enjoyment. So something like that, and then you elaborate court's view as it is already done. So then, once you identify the keywords, that is education, progressive, and ignorance, so you can start weaving your own thoughts. You can say that something like this: I have done something. Education is a progressive process of discovering the good to do good to others in a utilitarian approach. So what you can say that it's a progressive process, that is continuous process. So you will have to first elaborate this point. Education is a continuous process. It's a progressive process towards achieving progress, or it is a progressive process where one needs to discover the good that we have inherited from the past to do good to others, and this can be done through understanding our own ignorance. So understanding one's own ignorance is important to discover what is the good things, what are the good part of our heritage that we have inherited, but we have been ignorant all the time. So the moment we realize them through uh, education, and you will have to again write what kind of education will help you discover the good that was there in the past. And then a counter argument can come to your mind if somebody is obsessively focusing on the past. So what about technology? What about, like, should we also try to discover technological aspect. No, it is not like that. It's not about technology or anything. It's about the ways one can enrich humans' life, one can do good to the entire humanity and its relationship with the nature. So those aspects we are talking about. So education is also about, as I told in the beginning, it's also about quelling, the ignorances that we have with respect to the future as well. But once we understand the necessity to make human life more meaningful, then that will lead to discover or invent tools which will actually become useful to everyone. It's not like somebody will monopolize technology in order to make huge profits. For example, if somebody is discovering a vaccine, some company, say Johnson and Johnson, comes up with a vaccine and it starts charging a vaccine for $10 to $20, and it is going to be like $1 trillion company. So if it gives the vaccine for free of cost, because it is funded by the American government and other governments, but if it makes a goodwill gesture and gives it free of cost for everyone, then that is the education that becomes a role model for everyone. Even that becomes a model initiative, where model conduct, where others will be, for example, today's generation will be motivated to discover or invent things that are for the betterment of the mankind. I hope this example makes sense here. So what kind of education can motivate Johnson and Johnson or its leaders to give the vaccine for free of cost, right? So the education is not, we are talking about which is imparted in the schools or university campuses. It's about life's experience, it's about outlook towards life, it's about the values, it's about morality one has, about the moral atmosphere one is brought up. So they collectively makes that as an education. So, and then, as earlier said, role of education is to transmit and enrich moral, mental, and aesthetic, technical heritage for the better understanding of human life and its purpose. So this is what is the major context in the essay. So how can one, enrich and transmit moral, mental, aesthetic, and technical heritage, even the technical heritage, for the better understanding of human life and understanding of its purpose, and also to do good to others. Here, overcoming through discovery of ignorances will help understand the moral dimension of our heritage, the aesthetic, mental, and technical dimension. So, if we don't discover our own ignorances, then we will be blind to this rich heritage and we will not see the point of enriching this heritage. For example, with respect to Indian society, even today we have untouchability, even today we have caste system and all the negatives associated with the caste system, and we are inheriting it blindly generation after generation, and in a way we are strengthening and reinforcing caste related identities, oppressions in our society. So we are not looking at the moral dimension, or in this case moral dimension of this inheritance of caste system. So if one can discover the ignorance, like ignorance of how generation after generation it has affected people, how it has oppressed so many vast number of people, so then we will understand the moral dimension. So that is the role of education in our schools and colleges, also in our homes, right? And that is what is missing today. You will have to be critical about it here. You can say that we had the system of telling mother is first teacher and family is the first school, and that culture is slowly vanishing, where families used to teach children about moral aspects and mental aspects of their traditions, and that has led to today's, in this consumeristic and globalized world, where everybody is aspirational, one wants to move fast in the career graph, and with respect to making more money, and the values have changed. The one who makes more money is looked as a role model in the society. The one who uh, gets a job in a top company is looked upon as a more educated and more intellectual human being. It's not a person who contributes uh, more to the society. It's the person who accumulates more uh, riches, more profit through the means of acquisition of knowledge is seen as role model, like progress in our society. So that is because we are ignorant about the moral dimension of, so why all these things are happening. I hope this is clear to you. So understanding, that is what the topic says, right? Noam Chomsky said that education is a system of imposed ignorance. So he was talking about the modern education system. In a way, it is a system of imposed ignorance. So the education system, by totally focusing on the future aspect, where one is taught sciences and technological aspects to make them more employable, to make them more suitable to fit in the scheme of things of the present modern day society, we are making them ignorant about, so all our the good things that are there as part of our culture and as part of our value system. So that is what we need to overcome through redefining education. So while constantly talking about these things, you will have to parallelly think about, okay, what kind of education system can help us discover our ignorance. Is it revisiting our history textbooks, or is it rewriting our NCERT textbooks, or is it through government appointed panel we have to start imparting education, what it is, like new education policy. It's mainly new education policy, like towards what direction, with what aim. So like we have a happiness curriculum by Delhi government, and also UNESCO has prescribed so many education criteria. So there are some four pillars of learning, you can google it. And there have been the international conventions, international discussions with respect to new education system that should be brought in the wake of where we are moving towards the dystopian future. So you know the meaning of dystopian. So a very bleak future which will be affected by pandemics, climate change, and futuristic bio warfares or space wars or whatever it is, and something catastrophic future. So to not to go to that kind of bleak future, what kind of education is needed for present generation, right? So that you can constantly keep in your mind, and wherever ideas come to your mind, go on writing them related to the theme you are discussing here. Like imposed ignorance means it can be through political system, or it can be through a religious system, or it can be uh, through the family itself, right? And that is what we have to discuss here. So this is I created. Ignorance does not arise because of lack of education alone. It may be because of lack of freedom to think. You don't have freedom in your country, in your community, in your family to think. So that is where ignorance creeps into your head, and it's because of lack of security. It can be livelihood security. You are struggling to earn two meals a day, then you don't have time to think. You are just an animal, you are just following the system, you are a victim of the system, and that is where you are ignorant. And also, even if have livelihood security, it may be lack of ambition in your life. ambition in terms of, not in terms of money or in terms of fame. It's in terms of leading a very quality life, life of healthy relationships with family, healthy relationship with society, building better social capital, and then leading a healthy physical and mental life. So that lack of ambition might also breed ignorance. The role of education is to discover all these ignorances. So this is with respect to ignorance. The source of ignorance, you can create 3-4 dimensions. And then continuing with the ignorance, you can say that ignorance is the enemy of progress. The word progress should start slowly coming into the picture. Like you were discussing education, then you were moving into ignorance, and how ignorance is the enemy of progress. So there is a quote: "Ignorance is a bliss." So ignorance is a bliss in the sense that is lack of knowledge about something related to emotional aspect. Okay, then it is bliss. But with respect to ignorance about our own culture, ignorance about our own life, ignorance about what is awaiting us in future, is enemy of progress, in the sense that if our citizens are ignorant about their rights, if they are ignorant about the rules, laws, regulations, the constitution, and ignorant about our political system, then they will be oppressed, they will be always subjected to discrimination, and that results in lack of progress. So that is in that sense. And somebody should uh, let people know that they are ignorant about these things, right? So that brings us to the present dimension. So in the present dimension, is our education system making us discover these ignorances, right? So media has to do the job. Media is not doing. Media is also part of education, and our family should do the job. Our family is not rational, is not critical of the system, so it is not thinking, and it is not making children realize what is affecting them. So in a way, the government, as Noam Chomsky said, the education is used as a tool to further its interests, and it's a kind of imposed ignorance, right? So there is always debate about what was about the history, like who was right, who was wrong, who was hero, who was villain. So it depends on the ideologies. So what we need is education system which moves people away from all these ignorances, reorients people's attention towards leading a healthy, happy life. Then you can say that education is not employability, is empowerment of society and culture. So this is furtherance of the previous idea, where you will have to say that once talked about ignorance, now we'll have to link ignorance and education. So education is not just the discovery of ignorance. Through discovery of ignorance, empowerment of society and culture. So you will have to, in your own words, define what do you mean by empowerment. Like women empowerment, you have your own definition. Then what is the empowerment of an individual, irrespective of their gender, nationality, race, color, caste? So what is the empowerment? So that we will have to talk about. And empowerment of society and culture. So empowerment here again, in order to lead a better life for everyone. So see, it might look like utopian concept, utopian view, but that should be the purpose of education, where we have to start living in a conflict free environment. We have to start living in an enabling environment, where people are not jealous of each other, where people encourage each other, where people share each other. So that kind of societies were used to be the hallmarks of Indian society once upon a time. I think so. I may be wrong. Aspiring to again live in such kind of harmonious society should be the role of education. So you should enable one to lead such kind of life. But what has happened today, education is driven by insecurities and also greed. So insecurity about what might happen to us tomorrow. So let us build a big structure, let us build big technologies, big aspirations to take us to different planets. So in a way, it is driven by insecurity. We call it, it's driven by curiosity, it's driven by aspiration, it's driven by humans innate desire to explore the unknown. But basically sometimes it's not sometimes, many times driven by insecurity. And it starts with the whole education setup. If you look at private education system, the way they set up colleges, the way they start making profits, and the way they start misguiding students, in the sense that they sell idea that their placement is very high, people will get jobs easily, and they capitalize on insecurity, and they themselves have insecurity. So the education should help people discover even this ignorant aspect also among the people who aspire to get into the formal education system, right? So you will have to talk about formal education system and its twisted definition of education, how it has overpowered the entire education narrative, and how it has become the idea has become monopoly. The very definition of education is completely twisted because of this entire profit driven education enterprise, right? So it is basically a business to create more business. So once discovery of ignorance is the aim of education, and once we discover, then it should create tools to overcome this ignorance. So that is which is essential for progress. So the tools aspect, this dimension is important. So okay, let us we discovered that sati system was wrong, and now what is the tool? Like education should also enable someone, it should give tool to people to overcome this ignorance and move towards progress, true progress, progress for everyone. So what is that tool? It can be in terms of an idea, it can be in terms of a technology, it can be in terms of a revolution, a movement, awareness, creation of awareness. And so that comes through again the people only, or it can come through institutions. So we will have to build those kind of institutions. So that is what the education should ignite, the make people aware about. So you can think of so many similar examples all around the world, and we have discovered tools through in terms of institutions. Like after Second World War, we came up with so many institutions, and as a democratic nation, we have come up with so many institutions. So these institutions, be it judiciary, be it election commission, be it our institutions related to SC/ST population. So their aim is to overcome certain ignorances, but that has come through. Did it come through education, or did it come through our own experience of going uh, through our colonial experience, through experience of exploitation, right? So think of these broader ideas in your essays rather than going to very specific, very minute details. So hope these ideas are making sense to you. This essay is a kind of next level essay where you will have to really think hard and bit deep. But remember always that while thinking like this, don't complicate your essay. So I may be complicating through so many things here, but when you write it in a very simple manner, in a way that is easily understood by even a layman. Keep that in mind. Just because you will have to think deep and come up with different perspective doesn't mean that you complicate your essay. So then, when you are talking about education and how it is means to overcome or discover one's own ignorance. Now, what do you think about the COVID situation and the move towards online education? Does it help? You will have to do a critique of it. Does it help one overcome ignorance? So, in a way, no, because the true education happens through acquisition of experience, of interaction with peers, interaction with teachers, and freely thinking in a free environment. And online education gives lots of assignments, lots of information at fingertip, but seldom it makes people really think hard about the problems that are there today. If you look at present what is going on in all our institutions, all our educational institutions, schools around India, schools, colleges wants to introduce online classes for everyone, and that is in a way directed again at just to complete the syllabus, not aimed at making individuals, making students uh, think about the problems, think and act upon the problems. The education is not helping individuals act, take action to solve the problem. So it is again for certification, it's again for showing how many degrees one can acquire. So bringing that contemporary part in your essay will be very helpful, and you can talk about how we were ignorant about pandemics and how the futuristic education can make us aware of future pandemics, and what kind of tools it can help us. Tools, for example, related to, no, don't you think it's an irony that we are focusing too much on hygiene right now? Where it has been told from time immemorial about the usefulness of hygiene. Even living in the modern society, our education system for hundreds of years has actually failed to make people hygienic, right? So we have been ignorant about this particular aspect all through our centuries through history. So that education, whatever education, didn't make people aware of these kind of practices that would have helped build better immunity, prevent mass diseases. And we have seen even in previous times, Spanish flu or bubonic plague, and they have eliminated so many people, and there have been famines, there have been droughts, uh, so all natural disasters, man induced. So all because of ignorance, and our education hasn't made us discover those ignorances, and also we continue to be ignorant. So keep these examples in your mind. So while you move towards a conclusion, your own contribution is very important here. So what kind of future education that you envisage, you envision, so that you should write, something related to peace and happiness for all. I recommend you to read the document on happiness curriculum prepared by Delhi government. It talks, and there are so many points related to how and why education system move towards happiness for all, and how our curriculum. Then again, it is also flawed in the sense that once students complete their secondary education, then they are again pushed towards to prepare for these IIT entrance exams, and then move towards this graduation, where again focus is on employment. So at till certain level you teach that happiness is the should be the goal of life, but again you make people commit suicide by sending them to quota or these IITs and all those things. So push them into competition. So the entire education system from schools to graduation, or even after graduation, is based on the premise that one needs recognition, one needs to be rewarded, and the only the achievers needs to be rewarded, and they should be applauded, right? But it fails to identify that people who are enriched through repeated failures, people who are subjected to various uh, you know unpleasant experiences in life are actually better educated than other people. That is missing from our system. So teacher is always happy to associate with the brightest student, the brightest who has so much knowledge. And the same unfortunate thing is happening with respect to students to teacher. The teacher who uh, thinks and walks like encyclopedia is valued more, not the one who talks wisely through experience. So people easily, we have seen that even in coaching institution or anywhere, if one teacher remembers lots of information stuff and just vomits in the class, then there is full attendance, and people think him or her as a hero, so which is very wrong. So the education is not facts, the education is not acquisition of knowledge, the education of knowing how to lead a happy life. So something like that in conclusion you can write, and you should also not just write this essay and end it saying that happiness is the goal. Being IAS aspirant, you should be mindful of this fact, and you should also lead happy life and make others lead happy life as an IAS officer. Sorry to divert here, but the thing is, we always, again, because of how our minds are tuned, because of our education system, most people will write in the essay and then give full stop and expect others to appreciate your essay. But whatever you write in the essay, we don't practice in our life. So that is the discovery of ignorance. So discover that ignorant part of your own personality, and you can write something like this in your essay also. That makes an interesting conclusion. So uh, think like this, think like something out of the box here and there. And sorry, paucity of time, I couldn't do full justice to the topic, I think. But whatever I have discussed in this framework, try to write an essay, and wish you all the best. Hope all of you will be very happy and peaceful and relaxed. And take care. Thank you very much.